Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of the office upgrade. As you can see, I actually did go back in the office that day. So at the end of part 1, I thought that was it and all that I had for that day, but I did go back in there and I ended up doing some more work in the office. So that's what you'll see here. You know, I'm realizing now that everything looks crooked. I think my camera was crooked because I did use a level and nothing is crooked on the actual shelf. So I must have had my camera wrong on the tripod. So you'll see me confused with that flat metal piece, and it turns out that it's actually a bumper so that you don't drop things off the back of your desk. You'll see it in a minute. I'm actually going to go on the Container Store website to try to figure out what exactly it was. Okay, so I bought this cord management system. Let me zoom you out a little bit. Yeah, I bought this cord management system and I'm hoping that'll help with the cord situation underneath and hopefully it'll hide the cords a little bit more. The shelf that I'm putting in the corner is what's going to house the printers, the scanner, the modem, or what is it called? The Wi-Fi stuff. And everything else I'm just going to try and hide as much as possible. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure everything out. But I have these. This is to actually stick on your desk. So when you have cords on here, so if I have my laptop in the living room with me, but I still have the cord in here, it can kind of stay up. I mean, it's pretty obvious what this is. I don't really think I need to explain it. But I'm going to put one on each of our desks. I'm right-handed, so I'm putting it on this side. Corey is left-handed, so I'm putting it on the left-hand side of his desk. And I'm trying to just make everything even and nice. This actually seems a little neurotic when I look at it now, but whatever. It is what it is.
Wondering if thousands of miles away the sky's just as blue. It's as if I'm stuck in yesterday when I'm thinking of you. 'Cause when you have your morning coffee, I'm turning out the lights so I could dream. And when you smile through the screen, I wish you could be with me. So I lay my head to rest when the sun is rising. I'll start a brand new day when the moon is shining. I long to be with you in all the places you have been.
So when I move on to the next day, you'll no longer see that file cabinet underneath that sheet because I'm going to clean it out this evening and take it out to the curb. And actually a neighbor ended up taking it, so it went to good use.
Every time that you are closing your eyes, I will be beside you. And my heart will glide across the miles to fly right to you. 'Cause when I dive into the traffic, the echo of your voice is all I hear. I'm never tired of your laughing so far, but ever so near. So I lay my head to rest when the sun is rising. I start a brand new day around the moon is shining. I long to be with you in all the places you have been. So today I'm time traveling. So today I am time traveling.
So at this point, I finally got all the cables and everything exactly where I wanted it, and I decided to actually start stocking the shelves and putting things back where it belongs so I could actually work in this space.
I'll start a brand new day when the moon is shining. I long to be with you in all the places you have been. So today I am time traveling. Da-da-da-da. Oh, today I am time traveling.
You won't ever find me at a club, 'cause if I ever tried to cut a rug, by the time the night is done, you will know that I'm a strange one. I don't ever know what to do, how to find a beat, how to groove, but I dream about finding you. You make me wanna sway, and you'd say, dance with me, 나랑 춤출래. I don't care about where or when, pick a song that never ends.
You'll notice in this area that you see me moving things around a lot, and it's really just me trying to figure out what looks best to my eye. Obviously, I'm not an interior designer, but I just wanted it to look the best that it did in my opinion. Okay, so it's the next day. I spent last night going through paperwork and figuring out which stuff I needed to keep, which stuff I needed to go away. So now I'm at the point where I just want to organize it to make it look good. All right, let's go. I just want to note, I love how different the paint looks depending on what the sun is doing outside. Like right now it's a really pale green, but in other lights it's a deeper green. I just love it. I love this paint choice.
Dance with me, 나랑 춤출래. I don't care about where or when, pick a song that never ends. Dance with me, 나랑 춤출래. Close your eyes, just move your body. The sky turns gray against a fiery display of red and golden hues, like the day I fell for you. So what will you do when the sun begins to fall? I'm waiting here for you. Won't you answer my call? Don't you wanna get get cozy with me? We'll dive into a reverie. Oh, don't you wanna get cozy? We'll sail across an ocean of sheets. Da, 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 da.
Okay, so this is my stopping point for now, but I'm happy with the way everything turned out. This is exactly what I had in my mind. So let me take you a little closer and I can show you what I did do. Okay, so starting with the top one, you can see that's kind of junky, and that is because I want to get a few more of these from IKEA. So I think I'm gonna go there later this week. It is actually a bigger size, so I'm gonna do that. These four, I went in with my Cricut. And I just kind of label stuff for myself for Corey. So that's camera stuff, that's the Cricut tools, that's art supplies for Corey, and then this is kind of miscellaneous stuff that I'm going to put in the bigger bins. It's like old photographs and stuff that we're not using right now, but I want Corey to be able to use that one for himself. So I'm going to get the bigger one and use it for that purpose. So then the second one, I have some magazine files. That's, you know, the modem and the router, and that is going to be moved. Once I have this corner one here, I'm moving all the router, the modem, the printer, the scanners, probably the actual Cricut machine. All of that stuff is going to be over there. So then I have some magazine files. Corey hasn't put anything in his yet, but we'll figure that out. I have some stuff from work here, and these are my files, and that's stuff for the dogs. That's finance stuff. That's my house here, and then information on another house that I own with my sibling. And then these are manuals, which are just basically the manuals to everything that we have in the house. I save them. And then also I save the warranties with them. And then down here is pretty self-explanatory. I have my two laptops. One is my personal one is for work. And then Corey has his XP pen machine. It's like to do digital art. And then he also does graphic design on that work also. And that's a picture of us when we first met many years ago. So this is it for right now, but I am really happy with the way it turned out. I mean, I don't think it's possible to do this cheaper. You know, again, I bought this whole Elfa set from a couple that was moving out of town, and they needed to get rid of it really fast. This is about $2,000 if you go in the Container Store, and I paid $175 cash and took it home that day. So once I put the other stuff, I'll come back and I'll show you, but I wanted to show you what I had done so far. The next thing is I want to find a nice little oval rug for the floor, because I think that other rug that I had in here was too big. But here we go for now. Let me know down in the comments what you think, and I'll be doing more in this office because we still have to replace the door. We have French doors that we are replacing both doors on either side of the room with, and I'm excited to get that done too. But that takes a little longer because Corey has to actually drill the hole for the doorknob, and then I think the edges or whatever those things are called for the hinges. So this is it for now, and I will see you in the next video.
So what will you do when the air gets cold?